All right. We back in the building. We back in the building. Salute to everybody that's here. You already know I'm Blue Devil. And today we back with another video reaction. We got J-Ron TV in the building. Look, if you don't know who J-Ron and Pops is by now, I don't know what to tell you, bro. They putting in work. They doing hood vlogs. They doing interviews. And they really putting on for the culture, bro. And remember, when I say the culture, it don't just mean Southsiders. It don't just mean Mexicans. You know, it means everybody in between, bro. Latinos, Hispanics, Northerners, Southerners, Arizonians, New Mexico. You know, whoever is in the guidelines of our heritage, you know, or whatever you might want to call it. You know, I'm not that good with these type of things, right? But salute to them, bro. They doing big things. I know they're gonna be in Southern Cali pretty soon, and hopefully we can lock it in. We get some content, and we can get some cracking, right? But this video right here, bro, a lot of people gonna hate me for it. All right, it is Rico T Smoove on losing homies to the street life, taking trips to Los Angeles, 3300 PQ Shimo Media. Now look, I'm only gonna do a few minutes of it because he's talking about Southerners, Glanton, and being in LA. And I really want to react to the whole thing, and maybe I'll do that at a later time. But right now, let's just react to that portion, which is the first 5 minutes. So look, real quick, I need everybody really quick to hit the like button. You know, like the kids say, smash the like button. I need everybody to subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 16,000 subscribers. All right, I need you guys to go over to J-Ron TV, and I need you guys to support him too. Now, a lot of people look at him like a Northern hood vlogger, but not me. You got Young TC, which is Northern Cali only. Then you got J-Ron and Pops that go worldwide. You know, so salute to them, bro. They expanding outside that box. And look, I'm going to tag them on this collab. See if they accept my collab. But with that being said, let's press play on the video. Let's see what Rico T Smoove is talking about. Now, look, I've never reacted to no Rico ever. As a matter of fact, he disses a lot of Southsiders, bro. I've heard some of his music because people have paid to put it on, and we've heard him diss a lot of Southsiders, but it comes with the territory. What do you expect? Southsiders diss Northerners. Northerners diss Southsiders. And for those that know, when I'm on this channel, I'm neutral. I'm here reacting to content. So if you're one of them hardcore gang members, leave your feelings to the door or don't come in, bro. Because I don't want to hear you crying about Rico or the Southsiders or J-Ron. I don't want to hear no crybaby shit, bro. Enjoy the content.
With your mindset right then and there, from looking at them little kids, dropping tears, yelling out, why is their daddy gone? They can't fully process something wrong in your head. As soon as you hear about it, you want to post and keep R.I.P. and it's saddened to know that what do you mean saddened to know? Yeah. Never even reached out or really even promoted the nigga.
Yeah, because we came out this morning, it was the crackhead on the bike.
Lizard lots.
He was just looking around, he was sweating. It was mad cool this morning. It wasn't even hot. He was sweating. I know, yo, he trying to get high.
He should have tapped in with us. We would have gave you the proper locations to go. That way you can have the nicest spot, book that's in a good tucked off spot. But nigga, we did the same shit. We took a trip to LA and we didn't know what the it was just like, man, book it, bro, because you know, trips is just like probably how you know, like, book it, let's get this shit going.
Word.
Wherever it's at, we're gonna get to it. So we did the same shit when we didn't go till we start pulling up and start reading taggings and shit. It said Clanton, 14th Street.
Yeah, I know that.
So Clanton out there, you know what I'm saying, they wear red too, but they're sureños.
Yeah. Right.
So we're reading the shit, we're like, what the f? We're like, man, is we in the hood? And we were like, I don't know, we can't really tell. You know what I'm saying? We see the taggings, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the hood. So then we pull up to our little hotel. Now we know. We're like, oh, like wait, janky. As soon as we pull into the little underway, because they got a little underway that went like this, as soon as we pull in and we hop out, two essays, two Southsiders. As soon as we got there, we were just going in to check in. And we're just like,
on the bike too, remember?
Yeah. Well,
What it is that a lot of spots are gentrified in LA. A lot. A lot of spots are gentrified. They look nice from the outside, you know, but you still dead smack in the middle of somebody's neighborhood. Like, even though they gentrified a lot of LA, the gangs are still there. You just don't see them like that, like you used to. Before, you knew it was a bad area before because everything looked tore down. The houses, the restaurants, everything looked beat, tagged up on the side of the liquor store. So you knew you were in the hood. But now they made all the buildings fancy, so all the gangsters ain't really kicking it outside like that. They're more tucked off inside the buildings, but they're still watching though. They still watching. So that's what it is, bro. You know, at least before you knew you was going into a fucked up spot. Now you don't know. Now it looked like Beverly Hills, but you still dead smack in someone's hood, bro.
Fool on the bike, yeah. Bro, it was active though. Like how you could tell, like, you know, straight to it. Boom.
Yeah.
We instantly bump into him. And obviously, you know, we on some grown. We was really out there for some business, so we got all our bags. They came up to us and it was like, they kind of look like they're on a sick one though, like or on a bender or something. They must have been drunk, partying and shit. But they're like, where you guys from? Yeah. We're from Soccer. Northern Cali. He said, oh, I could tell. He was like, hey, just be cool out here, G. He was like, it's all smooth as shit, bro. Fuck. No, this is our hood right here. This is our body. They banged on us and we banged back. But it was not like a standoffish. It was really like just real quick. Oh, okay, homie. They opened the door for us. We just walked through.
Now, when he said that they banged on them, it wasn't like. So there's different ways to bang on someone, right? But the way he explained it, it's like after they had a friendly conversation, then it was like, all right, fool, you know, Clanton, and then they said where they were from. So it was like a let's shake hands, we on our way type of thing. It wasn't like, hey, homie, where you from, Essa? It wasn't like those type of situations. Like, who are these fools? Hey, homie, where you at? You know where you at? Where you from? You know, it wasn't one of those. It was, we cool? All right. Hey, they call me so and so from so and so. All right, catch you later. Type of situations. So it was no malicious intent, bro. After that, you know, when you meet someone and you talk to them for a few minutes, and then you guys are both about to go your separate ways, you let them know what they call you, where you from, blah blah. You're on your way. You usually do that at the beginning. But these guys were out of towners, and I'm sure that Clanton was probably trying to figure out who they were talking to before. But once the convo was over, you know, here's reassurance of who I am and where I'm from. But I saw this interview on a different platform, and I think it was on the Crazy Hood Media, and Rico was explaining it, and it sounded crazy, bro, because he was making it sound like the homies were like scared of these fools, you know? So it's almost done. Let's rewind a few minutes.
It was really like just real quick. Oh, okay, homie. They opened the door for us. We just walked through. We checked in. Everything was Gucci. We went down the hallway. We still seen two essays. They poked their heads out, looking at us, bruh. We were like, bruh. So we posted still. I think we still stayed there.
Right.
Everything was Gucci and shit. But that was example of us just not even checking in with nobody, seeing where spots. We just pulled up and was like, it could have went bad.
We went.
Hell yeah, it could have went bad. The thing is, bro, if you would have been like an opposition gang of Clanton, they would have smacked you out of there, bro. All right, Clanton, they a old ass gang out of LA. They don't play. They with the business, and they have 14 because it's 14th Street, not because they're Northerners, you know. And they adapted the color red way before Sureños were even a thing in prison, you know. So they've been around for a very long time, bro. It's an old gang. They run very strict, you know, code of conduct. So if you would have been an enemy, you probably would have got smoked right there. Probably would have got stripped. You probably would have got beat. Anything you can think about, bro. Whatever, however they were feeling that day, that's what would have happened. And they were out there on the bike inside the buildings because that's their hood. That's what they do. All day they're patrolling, making sure nobody comes in, tags on the walls, make sure nobody walking through that shouldn't be there. You know, and if that was active, imagine the 90s, bro, early 2000s. Gang members everywhere. But I'm telling you, I saw this in another interview, and when Rico said that a Southsider opened the door, he made it sound like they were scared. And nah, that was a respect thing. That was like, hey, you're our guest. Welcome to our hood. Keep it cool. That's basically what that was, bro. That's basically what that was. A respect thing. Like, look, we know you're not from here. We don't got an issue with you. Politics are changing right now. We don't have a problem. You're not out here gang banging. You're not out here on that tough guy shit. Have a good time, bro. But just watch yourself. But again, don't let that shit play with your head. There's other hoods in LA that one have been nice. There's other hoods in LA that they don't give a fuck about the, they don't give a fuck about none of that, bro. There's other hoods that would have been like, oh, what? You a northerner? And it would have been bad. And I'm sure Rico and his people probably got some toys, I'm sure they probably were ready as well. I'm not saying they weren't. I'm sure they were. It just would have been ugly for both sides. But it's dope to see that they were able to, talk like adults and figure that out, bro. It won the time. There's a time for everything, bro. And if nothing happened, it wasn't meant to happen, right? But yeah, it could have got ugly real quick.
In the room, my phone didn't have no dial tone. The phone in the room.
Yeah.
Then I told the dude downstairs, I went downstairs, he's like, oh, I don't know about nothing about that. That's what the dude told me at the desk. And the whole time he said, yeah, I don't know nothing about that. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna spend the night. Then he got a bed, I got a bed. Every time he moved, that shit's like,
Burger.
All right, we're gonna stop it right there, bro, because I did watch it up to here, and they're ordering food. Shout out to Pops. Shout out to J-Ron, and shout out to Smoove for keeping it respectful, bro. He could have got disrespectful. He could have said fuck them fools, or them fools are bitches. He could have said all that, bro. So you gotta give respect when respect is due, right? Now, of course, he got videos and songs dissing the Southsiders. And like I said, it goes with the territory. You got Southsiders dissing him too. Now if the circumstance changes, then the attitude changes, right? But in this video right here, he kept it respectful. Salute to him. With that being said, salute to everybody. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Shout out to everybody. I'm Blue Devil, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Let's go.